Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly editor-in-chief, I guess, today again, because today we are returning to... So we had our scheduled our Traveler game, but we're having... we're falling victim to summer scheduling, so we have had to make some decisions for the next couple of months for what we're going to be doing with our time. We're giving this one a try today. Today, we are going to be taking a game I have been running recently on the channel. That is Champions 6th Edition, published by Hero Games. We're also making use of one of my longtime loves and white whales, the Dracula Dossier, to play something. And I will say that we may also be drawing a material from the Agents of Excalibur mega campaign written by... Sam Vale and Paul Coburn. But with me today are the stars of our session today, the Dracula Dossier adventure. I'll go the order go have on the screen here. Why don't you guys tell us who you are and who your super agent is. First up, we've got James.
All right, I'm James. I'm playing Quantum, who is a somewhat traumatized doctor who, in a moment of crisis, discovered she had superpowers and failed to successfully defend her family, leaving her with most of her family dead and her brother crippled.
Yeah.
So she's off to right the wrongs of the world.
Very nice. Next up is Carl.
Hello, I am Carl, and I'm playing Santiago Villagatos, aka the Jaguar, and he is the heir to the family curse, but the curse gives him superpowers, so he is using that curse for good.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least is David.
Hi, I'm David. I'm playing Solitaire, who was raised by a cult to be a force of evil and death, but is now using her powers to achieve the opposite, having escaped her cult, possibly still hunted by whatever remains of the cult. We'll find out and see.
Very nice. So, guys, we're not going to waste any time to jump in. I will say for those listening at home, the versions of the characters that we're playing, if you're familiar with the hero system, these are the many of the members of the Champions. Actually, all these are members of the Champions from the 1985 or 86 version, the big blue book with the George Perez cover. We're using 6th edition with this, but I have yet to update the characters. So the characters, if they seem fairly... the effects of their powers don't seem as strong as what you may be used to with 6th edition characters. That is the reason. So we are playing more street level superheroes. But guys, speaking of streets, you are headed. Our scene will open with you guys arriving at the Berlin airport in West Berlin, and I don't think this is accurate to the specific era, but here we'll have you arrive at night because this was a bit of an urgent thing. Here we go. And what I'll do is I'm just going to put your Jaguar one down here for now. Oh, you're in probably in your human form right now, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe.
Otherwise, the paperwork would be just get you into the country.
Going through customs, anything to declare.
Yeah.
Even in Berlin, that's viewed as a tad excessive.
Yeah.
Except on Saturday night.
What each of you know is that, so you are all agents of Until. The year is 1963. It is early in the year. You are all agents of Until, which is the United Nations International Tribunal on the United Nations Tribunal on International Law. This is a classic organization from the Champions universe. Do you think you guys all... So this is an espionage mission, which means you guys will be likely under Soviet surveillance or surveillance from whatever nefarious organization may be acting against you. How do you think you guys arrive in town? You're going to be making your way to a safe house, but do you arrive together? Do you arrive in disguise? Do you arrive in different identities? What do you think? One of the things I could say, too, is while the versions of your characters on the sheet likely are not capable of it. Solitaire and Quantum, you can likely fly or teleport there on your own. You would be fast enough to be able to do that. Do you think you're arriving in the airport? Do you think you're arriving in your normal identities? What's your reason for visiting West Berlin? Or at least what you're declaring.
Medical conference?
Yeah, I buy that. Okay. So you're arriving and in your civilian identity. What is Starlin's last name again?
Sorry, Stalin's surname?
Yeah, her surname, Dr. Can't remember her surname. Did I put it on the sheet?
I don't think so. Let me double check. Quantum.
Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Starlin, so
Dr.
Dr. Johnson. Okay, so we see a African American woman making her way through customs, declaring she's here for a conference. What about Solitaire and Jaguar?
I think Solitaire will come in disguise. It's something she's actually trained in. So she will come in pretending to be an actress who's taking part in one of these sort of intercultural exchange performances of some very worthy, dreary play or something that she's sort of picked as part of some sort of intercultural exchange. So she'll pretend to be one of those actors, one of the people picked for that.
Okay, love it. And what about Jaguar or Santiago?
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I guess I don't know how plausible this would be that he could be tracking. Well, his cover would be he's tracking. Since he's a private investigator, tracking someone for a client. They've gone on vacation, maybe even to that conference that Quantum is going to.
What year was Interpol founded?
I don't know. It doesn't have to be Interpol. I mean, he is a PI, right? So
yeah,
and I guess he has a secret identity complication, but that's like they don't know that
in 1923.
In 23. So if you are trying to pursue a what do you call it? International fugitive, perhaps that would be your excuse. You're consulting with Interpol agents.
Interpol. Okay, that makes sense. The secret identity is like that people don't know that Santiago transforms to the Jaguar.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But he could be Santiago. They can't link those two together.
You got it. Okay. So you arrive and you check yourself in through that. All of you make your way outside of the airport and meet up in. Do you take a single cab, separate cabs? Is there any trade craft you're employing before you arrive at your safe house? You're supposed to be meeting with the field marshal, in fact, which suggests to you that if it's the field marshal of Until, something very big has gone on. You haven't seen anything in the papers. You didn't read anything about that on your flight over, but something big must be happening here.
Okay. I think we're going, I would say separately. You arrive separate vehicles.
Okay.
I think what Solitaire would have done is she'll have booked a hotel that's close enough to the safe house. So she'll go there, she'll check in, get to her room, and then call upon her mystical powers to go from her room to the safe house.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Okay. What does it look like when you activate your teleportation?
Well, I think she was raised by an evil cabal of shadowy wizards and such. So I think when she disappears, it's like sort of she turns into like icky black shadow smoke and sort of just falls down. And then when she appears, you just briefly hear the sound of like a single wing beat, like a raven or something. So that's like, and then she sort of reforms.
That's awesome. Is her last name King, or am I?
Yes, it is.
It is, okay. So I think you're then the first to arrive in the safe house. Safe house will be some interior, it's maybe like a nondescript former tenement where Until has a secure enough, location to be able to secure kind of agents or, what do you call it, defectors, and also to, debrief or to brief any agents that are heading out to perform things. But the couple of, agency workers that are in here, they all have, you know, the 60s, you know, business suit on or the business dresses, they're all working away. Your sudden arrival, just kind of like, there's one guy who's at one of the desks who's kind of like, ah! And you can hear Marshal Eckert says, King, we've talked about this.
It's the most secure way not to be tracked, Marshal.
You started the help. Get back to work, all of you. Come. How do we see Starlin or Dr. Johnson and Santiago arrive at the safe house?
Well, he's gonna probably get since he's on looking for someone for Interpol. That's his hotel. He'll get a hotel near the airport, take a cab, or the equivalent to about 2 blocks away, and then kind of stealth make his way to the safe house.
Sure. Okay. Is he doing anything to try and reconnoiter the place before he goes in, or is he just making sure that he is as hidden as he can be?
I think he's going to be stealthy. He's not going to really,
Okay.
Look around.
No problem. So you're able to make your way into the building. What about Dr. Johnson?
I think she will get her Berlitz guide out and then take the U-Bahn to somewhere nearby and walk.
Okay. So you're able to make your way. It seems like Santiago is coming through the back door, side door. Quantum is coming in through the front door. You all meet up then finally, and you find Solitaire has arrived already. And I think Santiago would be the first to arrive then, or the second to arrive, and then Dr. Johnson would be the final one to arrive. You were ushered in. The Field Marshal Eckhart is a aged. I think he is Swiss, if I recall. Actually, it really doesn't matter. It's a fictional world. So he has that kind of like grizzled. It's the 60s. This is clearly someone who fought in World War II, and he has a kind of instead of the like field commander, stern and unflappable type, he's a little bit more of a sarcastic and casual type, probably more leaning towards a spy than a soldier. He sees the last of you in, and he says, any issues with any of you arriving? No one followed?
Not that I know of.
You weren't watching, Mr. Villagatos?
No, I was very stealthy.
Well, we'll trust in that for now. There's no reason for any to think that you are... any reason to think anyone would be pursuing you at this point. We are here because, to be frank, the Brits, Excalibur, have made, as they'd say, a hash of things.
Hey. That's the CIA's job.
What was the British intelligence like in the 60s? was it, or was it not riddled with Soviet agents?
Well, we had Smiley.
Yeah. Was it Kim Philby? Is that the name of the?
Indeed.
Yeah. So anyway, so what he says though is he says, however, they've requested our assistance and we are happy to offer. They simply do not have enough assets on site in order to respond. And I think just with your experience with the Solitaire, what that likely means is there's a whole bunch of dead Excalibur agents. Because for them to not have agents in West Berlin at this point is kind of unthinkable. What he tells you is that Excalibur had a safe house here. It seems that the safe house had a defector go in with them, bringing information from Southeastern Europe. And shortly afterwards, the entire safe house was eliminated. They have no contact with them whatsoever. The listening station is coded ED-13. It was primarily used for spying on East Germany and the Stasi. It, however, has become for 20 and more years active in largely that role, but it was the site of a bloodbath. They have managed to delay the response of the local police, the Polizei, but it will not be forever, and they need someone to have an entire listening station eliminated. We need to know what did that. We also need to know what's happened to the defector. You should be able to find information. They have indicated that they were from Romania. What they were carrying, they have not been forthright with. And we need to confirm that the 4 staff members assigned there have been accounted for. Preliminary investigations suggest that there are 4 bodies on site. It is not clear whether those 4 are the staff members and 1 is gone, or whether the defector is there and there is 1 staff member at large. Excalibur has not had contact with them. Any questions?
Can we visit the safe house to start our investigation, or
that is precisely where you'll be. They have delayed the Polizei. We would ask you to go there, find what the what was there, who the defector was, what they were bringing. We will review that intelligence before turning, and then make a decision of what should be turned over to Excalibur. They've proven incapable or unable to secure this. Whatever secrets that may have been brought, or intelligence may have been brought, it was critical enough for them to kill a soft target. Any questions?
How long ago was the attack?
The attack was last evening. Which explains why you guys got the, I'm trying to think what the time difference would be. Whatever, the early in the morning, late at night, the very urgent nature of your flights over here. Any further questions?
We must assume the place is still being watched by all sides.
Indeed. Excalibur says they have no one left here, but they may be watching, and we don't have assurance to share all intel with them. There are likely to be, it is a listening post on the Stasi. You can assume they will be listening as well. Preliminary intelligence suggests that they had nothing to do with this, but we shall see. Or more precisely, you shall. Anything further?
Let's head out.
Yeah, I think let's go and see what we can find.
Then, you have full discretion to handle this as you see fit. Report as I'll expect your report when you have information to share.
Mm-hmm.
Then proceed. Gives you the address for this. The address for the safe house is, let's see here, the 3-story building built in the late 19th century. And it is located in East Berlin. So you will need to cross as well. If you have suggestions how you're going to do that, I'm open for that as well.
Well, my cover is that this fugitive has escaped to West Berlin. Perhaps he has crossed over. I mean, I don't know. We're going to sneak in, or we're going to go in, quote unquote, officially. But I don't know why these other two would be there. I mean, I guess I'm assuming I don't know everyone's powers. So.
You probably do. You guys have probably worked together. I mean,
okay.
Your choice. Actually, I don't. Do you think you guys have worked together before, or is this your first time thrown together? And the conference, the medical conference you mentioned, could also be in East Berlin. I'm totally fine with that.
I think we probably have worked together before.
Probably easier.
Okay. Yeah, maybe does Solitaire have a way to transport us all over there?
That's a good question. I don't think my blink lets me take others with me, or does it?
No, I don't think so. No.
So while borders are a suggestion for myself, unfortunately, that is just myself. And in the name.
Well, we could all be going to the conference and then duck out from there. But then we have to wait till tomorrow. We want to get on this now, so.
No, just get in the taxi and go, right?
Yeah. I mean, are we trying to avoid border complications?
Or if the conference was in East Berlin, then I just go to a hotel over in East Berlin.
Oh, sorry, guys. This is actually the listening station is in West Berlin. Forgive me.
Okay, makes it easy.
Okay.
The intel provided by the Brits is just atrocious, isn't it? Yes. Can't they just decide? Sorry, James.
What did the Stasi man say?
Okay. All right, well, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would be the local Berlin police that are holding a perimeter here, seemingly waiting for someone else to go in. How do you guys want to gain access to the area?
I guess Solitaire will do her blinking trick again and bypass the perimeter.
Okay.
See you on the inside.
I'm not sure if I could bullshit myself in as having been asked by the coroner to visit.
Sure. Why don't you give us let's see here. do you have any skills that would apply here? Profession skill doctor. PS is a profession skill.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give us a doctor check? Let's see how. So what do you say to the Polizei who are keeping a corridor around this place? It is close to the wall. I just misread the map. So maybe you walk up and James, you walk up to the barrier and they start speaking German to you.
Oh, I'll pull out. I assume I have something like a doctor's license, a card or something like that, and I'll just go. Look, I've been asked to, as a favour, to attend to investigate what has happened to these men.
You can feel free to assume you're going to have access to stuff you might need, like spy stuff. So if you've got if you want to have like the credentials for Berlin City coroner, Until could supply that for you.
Ah, super. Okay, then indeed. So then I'd have a small amount of, as you say, a card from the Berlin City morgue.
Okay.
And be asked to, yes, I've been asked to attend here. The on duty is tied up at the moment, so I was in town with the conference. You have seen it, the conference over there.
Yeah, the police kind of looks at your credentials, looks at you. Americana.
Yes, it's an exchange program. One of your Berlin doctors is also working over in Chicago.
There's a look of kind of glossy eyes on him. Americana.
Yeah.
You have a sense he does not speak any English.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
Elvis Presley.
Stevie Wonder. Never mind.
He hands back the thing and lets you through. He kind of talks to some of the others. Sorry, Carl, did you want to?
Yeah, I might probably be better since maybe I'm like her bodyguard heavy, since I have the Interpol connection.
Sure.
That's easier than trying to stealth, I think.
Yeah, there's this like rumpled, Argentinian man who kind of pushes his way, along with him too. They look at you. Do you have a skill that you think you might be able to test?
I do have pretty good persuasion.
Give us a persuasion.
Persuasion. Let me see this.
And again, if you guys feel that there's any like gear or stuff like that you would have access to that would be reasonable for 1963, feel free to.
Yeah, well, he's Argentinian, but he lives in New York apparently.
You've been. I think you're
New York
American citizen or dual citizenship at the least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my persuasion, and if this doesn't work, then
Nice. Okay.
Is that a success? Okay.
Yeah. You
roll under.
Yeah. So what is it you say to the doctor to make your way in?
It's a very important person. I flashed my Interpol badge. It could have international ramifications. Who knows where these people have gone, and back up.
Okay. So you kind of bamboozle your way through. It's the same Polizei officer who walks you go through. Mm-hmm. Again, he doesn't speak any English really, so does not quite understand what you've said. Another officer kind of comes up and asks him like, "Was das?" And he just shakes his head, "Amerikaner." And you guys are able to join as you get closer to the actual 3-story building itself. You're able to be joined by Solitaire. Would everyone go to your core tab? At the very bottom of the core, there is a perception skill. Or roll.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Red is probably good. Lower is better, right?
Red just means you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
On it, and low is always good. Low is always good. The lower the better. Mm-hmm. So as you're going in, Solitaire and Quantum, you're making your way into the building itself. Santiago, you feel that there's something is watching you here. And if you look back at the adjoining building, you can see there are two silhouettes that seem nearly hidden, but you can see very briefly against the cloud-filled sky. You've spotted two on the opposite building who seem to be trying to remain hidden, but they are watching this building, quite obviously.
Yeah, I go like that, and I kind of point in that direction to Quantum.
Do you point toward you? You're pointing towards them?
Well, I'll try to do it subtly, like so they can't see.
Sure.
I'm not going to say it because they might have microphones, I guess. But,
okay. So Dr. Johnson, Santiago kind of taps your shoulder and then like gestures behind him. Do you do anything, or?
I will try not glance.
Okay.
And
Give us a 3d6 roll, please. This will be your everyman skill. I'm going to give you a bonus to this, so you don't need to. Perfect. Yeah. So you're easily able to, as you're going into the building, maybe you turn around, and as you're pulling the door shut, you look up to where Santiago had pointed, and sure enough, you can see there are two figures on the opposite building, silhouetted against the sky. So,
okay.
How would you guys like to investigate the safe house? The room itself, or the listening station. I keep saying safe house. This place is about the size of an apartment, and it should have electronic surveillance information in there. It should have records in there.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Are there signs of violent entry? Like the door being smashed in, or any signs that would indicate that someone forced their way in?
So what you can see is the exterior, when you were coming in, appears to be that of a modest law firm. And the plaque reads, in English and in German, Blue Cormorant Solicitors. The front door had been reinforced, and getting inside would have required a small amount of explosives at the least, or a great deal of time and heavy tools. Someone must have unlocked the door from within, because there is no damage to the exterior of this door. The ground floor is a sitting room with some closets and storage, access to the bare basement with a furnace and a main hall with a large wooden standing desk. All windows are secured by steel mesh grates, and all doors are fitted with heavy locks, lock plates, and steel reinforced plates. Entrance to the main staircase leading from the ground floor upstairs is secured by large gauge steel gate, which is embedded in the floor and ceiling. When you step into the main hall, it clearly has been shot up. You can piece together a rough narrative from the bullet holes, the blood spray, and more. Someone was allowed in and then fired a light machine gun at the British security guard behind the desk. Quantum, just glancing at the body, you can tell it was unlikely that he survived that initial assault.
Yep.
You roll quite well on your perception roll. There's something odd as well, Quantum. As you're making your way into the main room, or the main hall, what you notice, you know, from your days in surgery, have had enough experience with cleaning up blood to know when it has not been done properly. It's trickier to do than what folks expect. But what it looks like is on the lintel of the door going in, on the outside, it appears as if there was old smeared blood just along the top, and then it appears as if that has been tried to be cleaned up. But there's still enough remnants that you can kind of recognize that distinctive, like, brownish discoloration from stained blood.
So old.
Quite old, yeah.
That's a bit weird.
It is quite unusual. I think if you point that out to anyone...
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Santiago, if that's pointed out to you, it does, you know, you grew up Catholic. One of the things that makes you think of is the story of Passover, where the Israelites marked their homes so the angel of death wouldn't strike them. You know that Excalibur is involved in more mystical nonsense than what Until typically is. And Solitaire, I think the insight you may have on this is that that likely was some kind of warding effort. So clearly someone has removed that.
Yep.
Yeah. I do let Solitaire know also that there are people watching from across in the next building. We need to take care of that or do something about that. Yeah.
Santiago, there's something else that with your perception roll that you note.
Mm-hmm.
The fella, when first inside, who was on the ground, or who was gunned down right away, he had a gun at his desk, but he didn't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that might mean?
Someone he knew, or someone got the jump on him. He wasn't expecting it.
So the rooms
is there security footage or anything like that, or has that been gone through already? Or
there is a records room in here.
Okay.
So you could search in there. So the places that you could look, there's the entrance, there's the main hall, there's the records room, there's the basement, and there's just looking around otherwise. You could, try and examine the shelves. You could look at the scene from a forensic pathology kind of perspective. You could look at it from a mystic perspective as well. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I think Solitaire will, if she can, will try and see if there was some sort of ancient warding sign that's been removed. She'll try and see if there's still any other traces of magic or mystical powers at play here.
So the smell in here is obviously blood, bodies, and decay. But there is a hint of something else as you step into the main room, Solitaire. And what you can see, there is fresh garlic flowers that have all been trampled and then spread with blood. Again, seemingly someone taking steps to ward against something supernatural.
Well, someone was clearly afraid of something as she sort of pulls up one of the flowers with sort of some blood dripping off. But none of these held against bullets very much, unfortunately.
So the 4 bodies as well, you could examine them.
Yep, so I'd have a go look at that.
Okay. So the
Yeah, I
fellow.
want to go. Yeah,
Great.
do that first, and then I was going to go to the records room and start looking at what
Sure.
surveillance there might have been.
So
Go ahead, do the.
Yeah, I don't think there is any. So there's records. Oh, there is. Yeah, there is a security system. Okay.
Okay.
So
Do the forensics first, yeah.
Sure. So the bodies. Body number 1 is found in the door. It died due to multiple gunshot wounds. You need not make any roll quantum. You are sadly very acquainted with those. Mid-40s. Oh, there is something unusual here. If you're looking at the body, because he seemingly died, while, surprised, you can see his eyes are open. His eyes, the blood vessels in them have burst and turned them blood red.
Mm-hmm. Would I have any idea what might cause that?
You could give us a doctor check, perhaps?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
nothing medical here, but is there anything else? Perhaps one of your allies may have some insight.
Yes, any. This is most unusual. I can't think of the medical reason. Why would his...
If you're really exerting yourself, like
Eye vessels.
that can cause that, but it's not a side effect of gunshot wounds that you've ever heard of.
Messing with someone's mind can have physical manifestations. Can cause damage to the brain, nosebleeds. I could have possibly done this. There would have to have been powerful mind control, or maybe that explains why he didn't fight back. Some kind of, maybe whatever assailant we are dealing with is like us.
That actually tracks. That'll be enough to bump your roll up, or your skill up by 1 quantum. And yeah, a very powerful mind control effect. Someone dominating someone else's will. If this guy was trying to rage against whatever the controller was trying to get him to do, it could manifest physically, particularly if it's to get him to do something that he would be substantially opposed to doing.
Okay.
So this guy may have been, while he didn't gain access to his gun, the busted blood vessels may be that he fought with everything he could against a completely different class of opponent.
Cool.
Nothing else you can tell from that first body. The second is an ID on him also identifies him, excuse me, as Mark Kurzakian. That would track to the name of a British intelligence, one of the British members of Excalibur, that or agents of Excalibur that you had been provided by the Field Marshal. The second is a young British man in his 20s, likewise gunshot wounds, and his name tracks to Aaron Smezak. If we need to know these names, I'll put them in chat afterwards too, guys, but just for now, I'm not sure that they're going to come up again necessarily. 27-year-old man, also on the list of the agents for Excalibur, multiple gunshot wounds. Also, 40-year-old man. So Smezak is dressed in appropriate business attire. A little hip, he's a younger fella, but definitely not a security guard of any kind. The final name that tracks to the list is a 40-year-old British man named Simon Bonaventure. Likewise, multiple gunshot wounds. And yeah, he likewise was a member of the of Excalibur. The final body is a man in his late 30s, early 40s. It appears that something has just crushed his throat. So, from the front, something grabbed him, pushed him up against the wall, and just collapsed his trachea.
Nice.
There isn't the same eye damage that you saw on that on Kurzakian, the security guard. Meaning this person didn't seem to be, either didn't fight against any domination or was not dominated when he did so.
Would I think that's physically possible for a normal human to do?
Absolutely not. No, like definitely a supernatural thing. A strong enough individual human could crush a trachea, but this guy's throat has just been reduced to pulp. Something extraordinarily strong has just, like, if it was not for the clear signs of hands in there, you would think that someone put his neck in a vice and just closed it.
Okay.
This person has... Does anyone have any... or think that their characters would have any experience with ID? Particularly with forgeries. Yeah?
Yeah, my character has forgery.
Okay, so you need not make a roll for it. You can see that there is ID on this this individual who it identifies him as Johann Harker, but you can tell that, and it's elicited from the Secretariat. But you can tell that this is a obvious and sloppy forgery.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been hastily forged in East Germany. He probably has a friend then in East Germany and the Stasi. But clearly, whoever this person was, it is a forgery. That does not track with the fourth member of the listening team. The fourth person who should have been here, her name is... forgive me. Emily Grant. There's no sign of her body in here.
Mm-hmm.
So those are your bodies. Those are your causes of death.
This feels somewhat personal, doesn't it? All the others gunned down by
Yeah.
bullets, and the last one up close, physical, in your face.
Yeah.
Can assume that Mr. Harker here was the target.
Makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
Any further questions about the bodies? Or back to the building itself?
Are any of them showing signs of having defended or at least tried to defend themselves? Or they also have similarly gunned down in, not really resisting?
So the Smezak and Bonaventure, they both seem to have been gunned down while trying to flee. So they tried to put up a fight, or at least tried to get away. You know that these are, while they are, espionage agents and likely have some kind of combat training, these are not like soldiers necessarily. Although at 44, he may be a World War II vet. Bonaventure? And in answer to your earlier question, Jaguar, yeah, this place has kind of the, comic book sci-fi surveillance stuff in here. So 60s sci-fi, so it's very Kirby-esque technology.
Is there anything, is there a camera somewhere that took picture or showed what was going on, or?
Yeah, if you go to, let's see here.
Have security systems, if that helps.
It does, yeah, definitely. That'll help with the with getting the information.
Oh, also criminology.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. So what you can tell is that, for one, upstairs there is a... That's where the teletype machines are.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that that's where the surveillance footage is as well. You have no difficulty with your security systems. You have no difficulty accessing this and getting some information. There is, so the date today is the... it is the 7th of March. And there is something that is dated the 6th. Upstairs, you note that there is a little handwritten note next to the teletype.
Okay.
And what it says is, well, I'll put it in chat. I'll let you read it out. You know to check the teletype as well. And from yesterday, the 6th, there is a message sent at 4:45 p.m. Berlin time. And it reads, Asset, Sala, comma, Apostol, M.39, Secretariat, Clearance File Division. So let me put that in chat for you. Oh, Securitata, not Secretariat. I should lose my streak on German Duolingo for mispronouncing that.
So our documents, Draculesti, SP, question mark, and then asset, Sala, Apostle,
Male,
30, yeah.
guessing, yeah. Apostle Sala, male 39. The Securitate is the Romanian Secret Service, I believe, or State Police.
Well, that's interesting.
Nice.
And when you check the cameras,
Yes.
you can see Mr. Harker. You can see a still picture of him arriving furtively at the safe house the afternoon, or yesterday afternoon. He had a briefcase with him. And when you have conducted a search of this house, there is no briefcase here.
Okay. So we have missing briefcase, missing Excalibur agent.
Yeah. You also
Some
see
sort of super powered being, probably.
well, this is the other.
Mental.
The security system also shows a group of 4 individuals in leather jackets with duffel bags who somehow gain entry to the door, handing out weapons, and then muscling their way in over the space of a couple of photographs. The camera quality, unfortunately, is poor and no clear identification from those.
Yeah, these like just like right, like
Exactly.
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you've got Streetwise or Criminology?
Yeah, I have both.
Yeah,
Yes.
give us a check with one of those, because I think they're... You might...
Yeah, I'll do the criminology.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, barrel. Good. Well, that's good. Barely, but yeah.
So, perhaps because you... well, who knows? You could tell us why you've got this information. Perhaps it's something you've investigated before. Mm-hmm. You can see that one of the individuals that's in here It is someone named, his nickname is the Rat. So Rat Serban, a smuggler and a street thief from Bucharest in Hungary.
So one of the toughs, right, that came in with guns.
Exactly.
Okay. I let them know this is what is he, a gun runner? Is he just a street thug or?
Yeah, a smuggler. He's like a
Smuggler.
more of an organizer and a fixer. He's a long way from Bucharest.
Right.
And I think there's something unusual too. They might maybe they've used some kind of gas agent or something. Solitaire, do you have any skills relating to like magic or the mystic world or anything like that?
Despite my awesome powers, no. I'm training acting, disguise, mimicry, stealth, and ventriloquism.
Oh, okay, cool.
Great for infiltration. But my action knowledge, obviously my cult didn't want me to fully understand my powers.
Yeah, fair enough. That does track.
that makes sense.
So then, why don't you each give us an intellect or intelligence check then? Go to your core tab. Next to intelligence, there should be a little button to just roll the raw stat.
While Jaguar is going through the footage, Solitaire would have quickly checked if any of the bodies have garlic flowers in their pockets or on them.
Okay. The 2 British agents do. The guard does not. That is... Oh, so Solitaire. Well, maybe you've gone in and Santiago is talking about this. It looks like there's like some kind of cloud or some kind of vapor that is in there. And you look more closely at some of these still images, Solitaire, and you notice that there is indeed mist in there, but it seems to have gathered itself either coincidentally or for some as yet unknown reason into a humanoid shape. You confirm this across a couple of other still photographs. There is definitely something that had not... There was something there that had a mist-like nature.
In which case, Solitaire, as you looked at the pictures briefly, will talk to the floating device next to it and say, no, you're right, there were 5. No, I see 2 now. and then we'll look at Santiago and say, see, there were 5 assailants, not just 4. There's a 5th one here, you see?
Yeah, and when you look at Santiago with your intelligence roll, you're like, Madre de Dios.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think what we would know about, I mean, the Dracula book exists.
It is a comic book world. You definitely know that there are such a thing as, and I mean, like, if you have any question about the reality of curses and magic and shit like that, look at,
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah. So, ghosts, specters, vampires. The book Dracula was published in this world. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, I mean, so I say vampire, mist, garlic.
And garlic flowers,
mental control. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Superhuman strength. It's all vampires.
So
in this world, do we know, like, is there like a cabal of vampires? Do they have, what is this like?
I think nothing openly active and nothing that you're necessarily involved with. Although, again, while Until deals with more like super spy, sci-fi stuff, Excalibur does seem to involve more magical nonsense. You've worked with consulting, magicians and things like that, or occultists from Excalibur in past.
Well, I mean, Jaguar's powers are magical, really, right? So they're not.
And ditto for Solitaire, for that matter.
Not science, yeah. All right. Well, then I would be concerned about the missing agent.
Come to think of it, in that book, what nation did Dracula tried to emigrate to?
England, right?
Yeah.
Parker.
Yep.
That name. Was this guy trying to get to England? Is that what he's trying to get to? But he found the Excalibur route, right? So, yeah.
Excalibur is sort of the super spy agency associated with just the UK.
Yeah, Romania for the Securitate. The Securitate, however you pronounce it. Well, it says Draculesti in these documents here. What's in the documents is just like discarded. It wasn't.
They seem to be missing. If they did exist, you have not found them. This place doesn't have the look of having been like tossed top to bottom. The records are all still in place. You were able to identify the teletype thing, so whoever came in here, they didn't come in here with the purpose of destroying this place. But there is no sign of that briefcase. And there is no sign of Ms. Grant.
Ms. Grant.
Have we been to the basement yet?
You have not.
Unless there has to be a remedy that.
Yep, I think, as reluctant as I am, I think I might change form.
What does it look like?
I don't know. It's interesting. I guess he's a black jaguar in the picture, so it's probably. I would say it's painful. I don't know if it's directed at an amulet, or maybe it's. Maybe it's a mark or a tattoo.
It's just a curse. You sort of like let it go over, and then you are replaced by this thing. It doesn't like destroy your clothes or anything. I use the black jaguar because I just think it's a cool looking picture. But if you,
it's a cool picture. No, it's fine.
Okay, because I do have a version that has the. And let me, guys, I'll show you the bio and info.
Jaguars are amazing animals.
Because there's an illustration of this that's colored like a jaguar, like a regular jaguar instead of a panther.
Well, maybe he can at night it's a black, and then during the day or in the woods it's.
Love it. Yeah, that works for me. Okay. So sorry, what does it look like as he transforms then?
He kind of it's not like a howl, but it's like a growl, and he kind of goes like this, and his claws start forming first. He says apologies as he transforms, because it is kind of painful, but he grits his teeth, and he's now the jaguar.
This being a 60s show, do you conveniently duck behind a sofa or desk so we save on the FX budget?
Yeah. Very true. All right, so you are in your jaguar form now. So
yeah, I do have discriminatory smell. I think I'm done with the thought processy stuff. So,
nice. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So he's gonna.
If you're smelling around, what you can tell is, like, there is a smell of death. There's a smell of garlic, which is quite pungent.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between the stink of a day-old corpse and the stink of a old and dusty corpse. And there is the stink of both here.
Okay. Can I talk in jaguar form? Or?
I think so, yeah. Your intelligence doesn't reduce.
I guess I'll growl. I say growl to the basement then, and I describe what I smell.
Okay.
To them.
Okay.
So if you head to the basement, it is a junk room with old bicycles, broken office chairs, boxes of files, and a boiler that doesn't seem to work. But with a smell, Jaguar, you can tell that someone has accessed a pretty poorly concealed low door, half hidden behind a file cabinet. Scrape marks on the floor suggest that it's been pushed against the wall around the same time as the attack. And the door leads to a long, narrow passage that runs under the street and under the building opposite.
I'm gonna sniff the ground, see if there's a distinct smell there.
There is definitely a distinct smell, and it's a person. You would guess a woman, and you would be
Okay.
able to recognize it if you smelled it again.
All right. Well, I wonder if we should track it this way then. I look back at the others and point at the tunnel. Yes, no?
There's a chance of finding her alive.
Right?
Can you smell if anyone followed her? Like, do you smell the attackers
Oh, that-
or just her?
Is that old blood sport smell there?
Not down here, no.
No.
And it would be very difficult to go through this and then like pull the thing back in place. Someone has used the door and then like shoved a cabinet in front of it. So you couldn't like go in the door and then somehow, unless you use some kind of supernatural power for that matter. Solitaire would probably easily be able to do something like that. You guys are looking at this corridor that seems to lead across the street. Well, hold on. Who was across the street?
Oh, yeah, those people who are watching. Interesting. Yeah, I say we go.
Yes, we must assume she knows what we're dealing with. So if we find her, if she's still alive.
And I mean, maybe their opposite numbers might know something, especially if Sala had a friend on the other side, right? To help him get across. I'm assuming the guy whose crushed windpipe was there is Sala Apostle Sala, however. Anyway, I say we go.
What do you think, James?
Okay. Yeah.
You think? Okay.
I don't know what is. I think Jaguar might lead the way. He's got the tough hide and stuff. Melee combatant. So.
It is dark in here, so I don't know if. Can't remember if you've got dark vision actually.
He has UV vision. Yeah, he has
Yeah. So you're good to see in the dark. What about Solitaire and Quantum? I think one of the things you can do, like with your powers, Quantum in particular, I'm fine with you want to just half charge an energy blast or something like that to light the way. That's certainly something you could do. Or
no, I'm thinking in keeping with the setting. I'm sure there's like a flashlight somewhere in this building that hasn't been smashed in the fight.
Absolutely.
So we'll do this old school spy way and just...
Okay. Got your flashlight out, and you make your way down. So this corridor is long, it is narrow, and it does definitely run under the street. But at the end, it looks like it had been bricked up at some point. But someone seems to have recently kicked a small hole in the brickwork that looks like it's just big enough for someone relatively small to crawl through. Like a 280-pound man would not be able to make their way through there.
Mm-hmm.
But you could either Quantum or Solitaire could easily fit through. And Jaguar, I think you just because you're cats can squeeze into shit.
Yeah, as long as the head can get through.
And it seems to lead through into a cellar of some kind on the far side.
Okay. That smell still there, or
her smell is still? Yep, she's gone through.
Okay. All right.
Do you smell any blood, Jaguar? Was she injured?
I don't think it's that good. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I guess maybe now I could try. I mean,
to smell which? Sorry.
Blood. He wanted me to see does he.
Definitely no blood.
To know if I can.
No blood.
Yeah, because you can smell it on the way down here. this is an easier way to distinguish from all like the garlic and the bodies and all the other stuff upstairs. Down here, you can track her, but there's no blood.
Okay.
And neither Solitaire or Quantum, you haven't seen any indication of blood down here either.
Yeah, I do remind them that there are at least 2 other people in here. Right, we're in the building across the street, correct?
It looks like this goes into the building across the street, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to push through into the cellar?
I think so.
See, I really should have asked, do you want to push through into the trap cellar? I mean, the cellar?
So long as there are no spiders.
Just get some fishing tackle. You'll be fine. Then what you can see within, if you push your way in here, this appears to be mostly empty, but there is a curious squat machine that looks like a fire hydrant that contains some kind of pendulum inside. And then it is hooked up to a... let me just double check to make sure I know what this thing is. I think I know what this is. Yeah. Okay, cool. An oscilloscope. So you know the kind of like poom, poom, poom thing you have in like a hospital room or something like that? Mm-hmm. This machine appears to be connected to an oscilloscope. It is not powered. There is also a very dated, like 1940s teletype machine that is in here. And it appears from the disturbance of the dust that is on it that it was recently used to send some kind of transmission. You would guess back to Excalibur.
There's no signs of anything that would indicate what might have been sent? Any notes or?
You would guess this is a machine that is designed to transmit and not receive. So if there was a message sent, recall that Until was advised that Excalibur had this safe house issue. This may be how they learned about that. And Jaguar, you were asking about blood earlier. There is the smell of blood somewhere in this room.
Okay. I let them, I say, be ready. That I'm going to try to look for the source.
Okay. What you find is over near the street itself, there is a set of stairs that leads up, and there's a chute. And there is a hatch that is looks like it would have been used for coal, for loading coal into the building. The hatch has blood smeared on it, and there's blood on the ground. So it seems as if someone, in either forcing this thing open or trying to force it open, cut their hand quite badly.
Okay.
It is quite likely that if you open this up, that may very well be leading to the street.
Oh, well, so it didn't go up. Do you want to talk to the people upstairs, or do you want to just follow? We'd be in East Berlin now.
Oh, you would? No, this is just across the street, right? So.
Oh, it's still in, okay.
Yeah, still in West Berlin.
Can we tell what the oscilloscope was hooked up to?
That is quite interesting. Solitary, just because of your background, this is some kind of magical device.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could give us each intelligence checks as well. Let's see if you happen to... I'm going to apply a penalty to your intelligence. rolls to this because it's kind of unusual, but yeah, you're not sure. Nothing that you saw the Cabal made use of. Ooh, but Jaguar.
No, the first one, I got an 8. The first one.
Yeah. So this is, you'll need to confer with some of your colleagues, but it appears to be some kind of it's for measuring like magical or ley line or telluric energy. It's crank science as far, as any scientist would tell you, but it's supposed to be something that will track the flow of dragon lines or ley lines or magic in the earth. The fact that it is in the walled up part of their building suggests it may not be something they pursued further. But yeah, this was definitely something that they combined this ancient, telluric listening device with an oscilloscope to track what the actual readings were coming from it.
If I get closer, does it go off or whatever?
It doesn't, but you could try activating it. I mean,
oh, do we want to activate it though? That's the question.
Would each of you give us a perception check, please? Solitaire is the first to hear it. Not a barking dog, but the sound.
Werewolves!
Yeah. You can hear... Hold on, let me write that down. Yeah.
They're wolves.
So, what you can hear first is the sound of boot steps moving down the corridor, the tunnel. You sort of look up in the direction, you can hear pop, pop, pop of them getting closer. Jaguar, you're the next to sort of clock that, and then Quantum, you all sort of look at one another. Some people are coming down the corridor.
Can we tell how many, roughly?
You can. There's 2. Actually, Jaguar would know as well. You guys, all of you guys, you all rolled quite well on your perception checks. So we're late on this. Why don't we take our mid-session break right now, and then we'll come back and see who is approaching the cellar. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
You like some dinner? Don't we have dinner? In Dublin Court. In Dublin Court.
Okay. Hey, everybody at home. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And let's see. I need. Yes. All right. Here we go. So I guess trying to find the stats or something I need here. Not saying you guys are going to get in a fight necessarily, but
You never know.
you never know. Better prepared than, you know. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So we, when we left our agents, you heard someone approaching down that tunnel underneath the street.
Approaching the tunnel or coming down from the stairs?
No, there's the stairs, like in the small little cellar down here. There's that strange, telluric machine. There's the oscillator, oscillatron. I think I'm saying that different every time I say that. Whatever it is.
It's fine.
There's the teletype machine, and then there is a set of stairs that leads up to where there's a coal hatch. Someone has cut themselves quite badly on that coal hatch, and there's blood spattered on the street, on the thing. I've assumed you have not yet pushed the coal hatch open to test it, but what do you guys wish to do? Someone
Maybe
is
it's time
coming.
to try that coal hatch and get out of here.
Okay, so if you push it, it definitely opens up, and it is it leads into an alleyway right next to the building where those folks likely were watching from.
Okay.
So, Dr. Johnson, you're the one who sort of opened that up.
I will pop out then.
Okay. Put it up and then step out.
I'll hold it for solitaire, and then I'll go through and close it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you remember you're still in Jaguar form as well.
Yes.
Okay. So then stepping out into the alleyway, you can see across where the Excalibur safe house was. What do you guys wish to do?
Does the exterior of the safe house still look like the police court, and there's no sign of people on alert or the police officers being disturbed?
The police court is probably like at the end of the block, so you're still within the court. Yeah,
Okay.
within the cordon, but what do you guys want to do?
Are there places to hide in the alley?
Definitely, yeah. You're probably, there's probably a rubbish bin or something. There's likely fire escapes leading further up in the building.
I think I might leap up. Go ahead.
I think Solitaire will hide because she wants to get a look at in case they follow us outside of who's following us. So she'll hide somewhere behind one of the dumpsters or the rubbish bins.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
I think Jaguar's going to jump up into one of the fire escapes.
Okay.
Crouch down.
Yeah, your leaping is quite good.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty good. It's like plus 10 super leap.
Yeah, it'll be on the core tab. On the bottom, it'll give you your full. Yeah, your horizontal leap. So your vertical leap is 24 meters. If you don't mind so the difference between combat and non-combat move, you move both of them in combat, but non-combat means that you're halving your DCV. You're kind of like just running all out and not really concerning yourself with defense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you leap up and land. Why don't you each give us, if you don't have a stealth check on your sheet, just give us a 2D 3d6 roll. It'll be 8 or... Well, with the ambient conditions, we'll make it 11 or less.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't have that when I'm in my Jaguar form, the stealth. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Correct?
I don't think so. You would still be able to make the everyman
nice.
skill roll. Nice roll, Quantum. Holy smokes.
So 11. So rolling less than 11. You want?
Okay.
Is that what you said? Less than
11. Yeah. Like normally be 8 or less. I'll give you a +3 to it, to the skill for it. So 11 or less is what you want to roll.
Okay. Let's keep it. Oops. Yeah. Okay.
Oop,
No success. No. Did I do it right? Yeah. I did.
no, that was +11. You rolled 3d6 +11.
Oh, dumb.
Yeah.
Wrong place. I
That's okay. Well, I can see the dice you rolled though, so
I still didn't.
yeah. So that was less. So you're perched up above. You guys are at the end. All right, and then what you see coming out from the from within, they push the door open. I'm telling you, Anna. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. You can see two... Oh my gosh, guys, because I didn't load it, we get to be revisited by some old friends here.
It's Mr. Crooks and Mr. Tien.
Yep. Yeah, really? Would have been better than my answer. It's generic thug number 2. There are 2 of these fellas, and they may not be the ones on the photographs from the security system, or the still images at least, but they might be. They're dressed very similar to them. They have, Soviet street thug look all over them as they kind of come out, and they're looking back and forth. And I'm going to make a roll for them. Okay. One of them has absolutely no idea what's going on. The other one seems to be sniffing up or sniffing at the air animalistically.
Ooh.
And kind of looks up at you. And Jaguar, because you've got the night eyes as well, you kind of lock eyes with it.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, give me 1 sec here. I need to make the initiative tracker work, I do need a character sheet for these fellas with 2 bits of things put on it. Let's see here. There we go. Hungarian Thug. We'll do that. And I just need to put in their dex. Okay. For those listening at home as well, my apologies for not having this prepped ahead of time. Well, and to the players as well for not having this prepped ahead of time. But about an hour before when we finally dawned on me what we could do today. So apologies for not having these fellers up and ready. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Here we go. Okay, so let me show you guys what the turn order looks like in this. It is fun. Okay, we're going to start with Solitaire. Boom. Look at that. We'll do Jaguar in his Jaguar form. Boom. We'll add Quantum. And then we'll add the Thugs. Boom. All right. Let me make sure this is added correctly. Oh, that's the only one that didn't. Oh, no, that's right. Beautiful. Fuck yeah. Okay. I've struggled with this before, so every time I manage to get it right, I'm doubly impressed. So it goes top to bottom as we cycle through. The way the numbers work is the first number is the segment of the 12 segments that make up the combat round. The second number is 100 minus your dexterity score, because that tells you who acts first when you have the same segment. We always start combat with a segment 12, because everyone has an action on that. Then we drop into the first turn, and we go through the order of the characters. Let me get generic thug number 2 set up with a bar, so you guys know if there's a fight. You guys will know how badly you are beating them. And
you said they were dressed like the people who attacked the agents of Excalibur place, right?
Very much so. If they are not them, then they're definitely dressed very similar to them. Leather jackets, you know, they're yeah, very street thuggy, and they seem to have, one of them at least seems to have spotted you, Jaguar, because you're making eye contact through the darkness at it. So then, Jaguar, you're up first. So the way the game works it's very much like Fantasy Craft, where there is, in your phase, most actions are kind of half phase actions. So the way that the game again works, you're going to activate your powers, or decide what you want to do with your round. Then you're going to activate your powers, so make sure they're ticked off on your character sheet. Then you're going to spend endurance. I don't think you've got anything. Oh, your claws and your striking strength. Right. So if you plan on attacking them this round, that is something you're going to tick off. Then you're going to pay endurance. Then you're going to set your combat skills, although I think in Jaguar form you don't have those. And then you're going to take your actions. So
I just use power, right? Is that right?
Yeah. So everything is click pay endurance. No, not use power. You use power when you're actually using it during your turn.
Okay. So then pay endurance.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. So it didn't do anything though.
I wonder if I didn't set up these characters correctly. Oh, let's see here.
Do you have to expend or something? Well, I mean, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leap at the guy who's sniffing at me and saw me.
Awesome.
And claw him.
Okay, you're not going to worry about a run out of endurance in this fight. So you're leaping. What I was going to your main tab. Sorry, I know I'm moving you around here, Carl. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So half your combat move is for horizontal or vertical is 7 meters. You are probably no more than 2 stories up. You could easily do that. Each story is 2 meters. So if you want to leap down at one of these guys and attack, then use your endurance. You have no combat skills. So take a look at the combat tab.
Okay.
You have access to all the general maneuvers that are listed there.
Right. I'm just going to use the killing.
Yeah, strike. So click on strike as your general maneuver.
Okay.
Head to your powers.
And then
click on claws.
Okay.
Okay. So you leap down at this guy. You hit a DCV of 9. To give you guys a sense of what difficulty is, most average folks will have a DCV of like 2 or 3. A soldier, like average trained soldier, will have a 4. So a 9 is more than enough to leap down. What we can tell from here is it did 14 body. Sometimes it'll show stun and body. So this guy has to have resistant defense against this. He has 3 resistant defense, which means it reduces it to 11. And then because there is something unnatural about this fella, he also has a ability called damage reduction, which will reduce it further. It's a way to make kind of like tough monsters or adversaries or things like that. So this is what happens, though, is first, I'm telling him, Anna, we'll do the body damage to him. So that is there. That's a huge fucking hit on him. We then multiply your body by 3. So that gives us 42. We then take that as stun. That's your stun multiplier. His total physical defense is an 8. 32 minus 8 is 24. So look at that. Boom! Huge
I guess
hit.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't
we
see
can't
the.
see the bars.
Oh, hold up, guys. Hold up. Let me show you the bars. Here. Madison, what are you doing? Again, you can tell
So
how
then-
long. Can you see the bar now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Okay.
So then I would lose 3 endurance, or is that
You
right?
would lose.
Or-
Yeah, you would lose 3 endurance for the attack.
Okay.
so
and
you could
not
t-
for the leap though, right?
Yeah, you just do it directly on the sheet, please.
Okay.
There, can you see both of them now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leap down and you
didn't-
rash this guy. One more thing I'll tell you is because you did 24 stun to him, that is more than his Constitution score. So he's going to have to recover on his next turn from stun. You've knocked him so fucking hard. So yeah, that is your turn, Jaguar. You guys can see these two guys get out. You hear a low growl, and I think that you guys, if you've worked with Jaguar before, you kind of knew what was coming. And then, there's sudden violence. Quantum, you're up next. So, decisions you're going to make are what powers you're using, what slot for your multi-power, then click on Endurance to use the abilities, then assign your combat level. So if you're using your quantum powers, you can use that, and then take your turn. So what are you thinking, Quantum? What do you want to do this round? They're probably like 6 meters or 8 meters away from you.
So my flash, would that impact them?
Yeah,
Is it likely to blind my own side as well, however?
Unless it has an area of effect ability, flash targets one target.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're good to hit only one person. And then the way flash works is so there's another little trick with this game is when you're rolling effect, you'll notice I applied body and stun separately. Normally with a normal attack, what you do is you roll your damage, so it's whatever the total is of those dice, that's the total stun. You then look, a 1 is 0 body, a 2 to a 5 is 1 body, and a 6 is 2. So similar to the 2d20 game with their effect dice. We also use that in a lot of ways to track things like flash. Although I gotta double check that it still works that way in this one. Here we go, flash. Yeah, you count the normal body. That is the number of segments
rounds.
that
Segment.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to be a real pain here after you've done all that work. But say,
Yeah.
can I entangle the guy?
Yeah, heck yeah.
That seems more useful because then we might want to speak to this person.
Absolutely. Which one? The one that Jaguar has just savaged or the other fella?
Oh, the other one.
The other one, okay. I'm going to put him at half DCV because he doesn't see it coming. So you select that as your multi-power. To have just that one ticked. Are you putting up your force field and activating your flight as well? You can move up to half your available movement with flight.
I guess I'll just do my force field.
Okay, so tick your force field, tick the multi-power, click use endurance, or spend endurance, I think it is.
Sorry. Where do I click? Spend endurance?
Top of the page it should be. Let me take a look here.
Oh, pay end?
Pay end, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Pay end.
There you go. And then go to your combat tab, set your skill level. So do you want to put your 1 point into OCV to try and hit him, to DCV until your next turn, or to boost the effect? The half damage class would boost the effect of the entangle. OCV would be chances to hit. DCV would be the chances for them to hit you.
Okay, OCV. So I put in what number there? 1?
Just tick it. You see where it says combat skill levels?
Combat skill. Sorry, combat skill level. OCV, yes, okay.
Yeah, just tick that box.
Check OCV.
Perfect. Yep. And then the range I said is 6, so there's no range modifier. You go ahead to your power then, and click on your entangle.
Power. Click on entangle.
Ooh. That hits a DCV of 8. So what do you think your... Oh, wow. What do you think your entangle looks like?
Oh, I think it would look like a bit like a spider web. Yeah, just
of energy?
bringing you flashbacks. So sort of like a translucent string come flying out and wrap itself around.
Okay, so entangle, just so this is an effect-based game. So like the entangle, if I wanted to model like Green Lantern making a great big fist and grabbing somebody, that's an entangle. So it doesn't necessarily need to be like a net or a web. It could just be like rooting them to the ground with gravitic power, or wrapping them in your force power or whatever.
No, I still think that'll work.
Okay.
As if it was translucent rope that
Love it. Okay.
wraps around him.
All right, so it's around them. Then they need to... The defense of it... Was it 5? Defense 5?
Defense 5, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So you have successfully entangled him. Solitaire.
Solitaire would step out from behind her hiding place, and she will call. So I can do multiple powers as long as I can pay the endurance.
Well, you can. Each one takes a half action. You can do multiple attacks. With yours, you can only have one multi-power active at a time, right? So, but what you can do is do multi-attacks. That's on the maneuvers tab. Each attack after the first gives -2. As long as you can spend the endurance, you're fine to keep spending it. But the if you miss on one of the attacks, you lose all the subsequent ones.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm interested in activating my mage armor and then doing one of my, which is separate from my multi-attack or my multi.
Awesome. Yeah. So powers like flight or blink or what do you call it? Well, blink is a movement thing, but what do you call it? Armor or force shields or flight. All that's activating those powers is for free. It doesn't take you your turn.
And I guess I will activate my mage armor.
Okay.
So dark shadows will briefly shimmer across my body, and then I will point at the one that's being entangled.
Yeah.
And sort of reach out with a hand and just sort of whisper, "Sleep." And I will use my mind blast to attack his ego.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. So then he is at half DCV because he is entangled right now. And yeah, no other penalties. I don't think you got combat skill levels. You paid your endurance?
Nope.
Okay.
Pay my endurance, yeah.
There we go. And then go back to your powers and make your attack. Well, once you spend your endurance.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Ooh, is this not... Oh, you know what? Hold up. I just realized why the tokens are not tracking properly is because I forgot to set them up. Why are we not seeing... Because I didn't set up Starlands properly, and I don't think I set up Solitaires. Yeah, here we go. Madison, come on. Fucking Bush League GM. Here we go. There you are, guys. That'll track properly now. Let's see. So, DCV 5 is not great, but fortunately, Mind Blast targets... what do you call it? OMCV, which is typically lower, and which is lower in this case. So that is a solid hit. That is 19 stun. Now, you need to have mental defense in order to reduce that damage whatsoever. You'll notice it didn't do any body damage. He has 0 mental defense. So he takes the full damage, and that is also higher than his con. So he is going to have to recover from being stunned for his turn. So he... Oh, what does it look like as you manifest your Mind Blast?
I think as always, the widget sort of briefly sort of shifts about, runes flash over its surface, and then I just sort of extend a hand to it and just almost like whisper. And there's a like visible effect between my hand, but he sort of gets that sort of...
Go!
Eyes go wide and...
Love it. All right, so then for the thug's turn, both of them need to recover from being stunned. So that is the extent of their round. And then it is the end of the phase or segment 12. Each of you can click on recovery once, because you get your post 12 recovery. There you go. Okay. And that's just under spend end, James. Cool. Perfect. Then we're into round 1 proper. Jaguar, you're up. What are you doing?
Same thing, I guess, right? He's held.
There's one guy that is held. I'll put a little spider web on this fella.
Yeah, this one guy's held. I thought both were. Okay, cool.
No.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that guy's held in these glowing threads. The other guy, you just fucking savaged him. And he is not bleeding the way a living person would, by the way.
How do you mean? Like he's...
Like he... it's the way that, when you cut into like a slab of beef, there is liquid that comes out, but it's not bleeding and spurting the way a living person is.
Right.
This fella is not thing. There's also, with your enhanced sense, this guy has the stink of the grave about him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna slash him again. That's
okay.
Right. So how come it didn't? Do I just put it spend first?
Yeah. So to take your powers, I think it's because I didn't set it up properly. For the thing.
I can just do it manually.
Like I think killing attacks don't. Killing attacks might not.
It says 3 and it's spend. But...
Yeah, I think that's because of the strength. So it should be doing 3, but I'll take a look at it after the session to make sure it's set up. Because I'm sure I just fucked it up. So you could just modify -3 on your endurance on your sheet.
Yeah, I'll just do that. All right, so I'm going to do a multi-attack because one's held. So
nice.
I'll strike at that one first. So
yeah. So go to your go to your maneuvers under the combat tab. Go select multi-attack and select 2 opponents.
Okay.
And you're good to go.
Right,
with a multi-attack, you can't move as well. It's a full round action, but there is a skill called Rapid Strike you can buy that allows you to move and do it as a half action. So if you've got all that set...
Are they close enough to...
Definitely. They were standing close enough together. Yeah.
All right, so I'll attack the held guy first, the entangled guy first.
Ooh, good call. Yep, because he's at half DCV. Solid hit. Holy shit. Now, the thing is... Because he's held, I think you damage the entangle as well. Let's see here. Yeah, the entangle. So you would know this. If you attack someone who's entangled, you can modify this with the way you build your power, but at default, if you attack a character, the entangle takes damage from the attack first. So effectively what you would be doing is kind of freeing this dude. Is that what you intended to do, or you want that attack to be on the other guy?
Well, I didn't want to do that because then that's only going to be going to destroy the entangle and do 3 body on him. I guess. I guess I would know that, or
yeah, I'm just double checking to see what the. Let's see here. It's just. Is it defense of the body, or of the I'm not sure that would destroy it, actually, because you rolled... Let's see here. The entangle. 6 body. You'd have to do 11 damage to destroy it outright.
Oh, so I don't even damage him? Is that...
No, you wouldn't damage him. You would be damaging the entangle.
So I'll just do this guy then first.
Okay. So that's a 9 body. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
So he has 1. What's it look like as you basically kill this guy?
Yeah. I just got him, I think.
Okay.
Eviscerate him.
Wow. So he falls down, and again, he seems to be a... I'm just going to reconnect. I'm losing some cameras here. I got you back, Carl.
Right.
David, I have you as a spinning wheel right now. Oh, got you back.
And then maybe since I I guess we would be, like you said, if we fought before, then I would kind of understand. I guess the entangled guy we're going to try to interrogate. I guess I can punch him just normal, right?
Here's what you could do. There is, as a free action, you could punch him normally. Yeah, absolutely. You can also, as a free action, do what's called a presence attack. That's you doing your best Batman impression of trying to startle or scare these things.
Okay.
So to transform back to human, that would be a full phase action, though. To transform from your Jaguar form to your human form, that takes a full phase. You've already used half phase to attack.
Okay.
If you want to just punch this dude.
Yeah, I won't claw him. I'll just punch him.
Sure. Go ahead. So click on. You've got your multi-attack penalty already set there. Just under your powers, I think there's a striking strength. Try using that. I think I've set that up as your just regular strength. Attack. Okay. You barely hit. Just maybe you're thrown off balance. Yeah. But, yeah. So he takes... That's enough to actually knock him out.
Okay.
Wait. No, I'm wrong. 8.
Yeah, his defense, yeah.
Yeah, and his thing, so it's 20, 18, 19... Okay, so here we go. Wah! All right.
Okay.
Quantum, what are you doing? So that would be sort of called 6 endurance you've used.
Yes.
Yep.
We know what this might be. Oh, yeah. What are you thinking, Quantum?
Then maybe I'll do a flash. I'll switch off my force field because I think he's out the window anyway.
Okay. I don't think let me see here. I don't think Entangled needs to be maintained. Like once you've used the endurance to capture somebody, you don't need to like focus on it every round. So you're free to swap between your multi-powers.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will then try flashing the guy to...
Okay.
Let's try out something new.
Sounds good.
So I pay my end. I will leave it the same thing. OCV.
Okay.
The range is the same. So I just go back to the power and hit it, right?
You got it. Yeah, perfect. Hit a TCV 9. All right. So then that is 4 segments that he's going to be blind. What is your...
That will help him.
What does your power look like?
I think... Oof. Oh, I think there'll just be a flash of light straight from my palm of my hand straight into his face and leave him...
yeah, and you can hear him.
In fact, yeah, it'll just be a click, right? There'll just be a beam of light that'll be done in half a second.
So he is cursing in... is it Hungarian or Magyar? Where's the language for Hungarians? Is it Hungarian?
He's Romanian, right?
No, he's from Hungary.
Oh, he's from Hungary. Okay.
Oh no, he would be. Yeah, I think sort of Romanian.
He's from Bucharest. He's from.
Yeah, no, but I think they're
Romania.
from. They're from. They said it was the mean streets of. Where is it here? Oh yeah, Bucharest. Yeah, no, sorry.
Bucharest is Romania. Yeah.
He's Romanian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Budapest is Hungary.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so then he is blinded and cursing in Romanian. Solitaire, what are you doing?
I will do the same as last round. I will try and sort of shut down his mind again.
Okay. And he just falls limp. He's still held in the entangle, but drops to the ground, utterly unconscious. Whoa. All right. What happens next, guys? You can hit recovery until it fills up your endurance once again. because you will have a chance to catch your breath.
Wait, no, that's what am I doing? It's...
And you have someone in your capture as well.
Yeah, I mean, I do say that. Look at, I mean, they didn't bleed like humans are supposed to bleed.
No, if you look at the body of the other, like Quantum, at a glance, you could tell that this person did not take injury the way that a living corpse would be. This would be like a cadaver.
Zombies.
Or something. Well, it did sniff the air before it looked up at me.
Yeah, we rifle through their pockets, see if we have anything on them that might give us a clue.
Indeed.
Okay. What you can find on them. Let's see. So I'm sure there is a bit of information here. I just do not know. Where it is. Ah, here we go. So what you can tell at a glance, just from searching through, is that this person does not have a pulse either. To all appearances, Quantum, the person who Solitaire has knocked out, is also dead. The body temp is way lower than it's supposed to be for a living human. What you would find on them would be here we go. They have weaponry on them that seem to be a mix of Romanian, Russian, and East German weapon, like guns. Like each has a handgun on them. Each has a submachine gun on them. There is no ID that you find on them, but the clothes all scream Eastern Europe, east of the wall, most definitely. There is nothing on them that suggests like where they may be staying or, you know, anything like that.
Jaguar, do these match the silhouettes you saw in the building across the street? Or, I guess, up here?
I mean, I don't know. Do they match the silhouettes?
They do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I say I believe so.
And if I quickly look at the bodies, apart from the obvious that they appear to, is there anything else unusual apart from the lack of bleeding and...
They're very pronounced canine teeth.
Mm-hmm. And beyond natural human limits.
Definitely. At the very least, the amount of tissue damage that other one sustained, if it was a living being, Jaguar's first claw would have eviscerated it. Guts would have spilled out. It would have died. That thing took that hit and looked as if it was going to keep fighting had it not been so knocked off base.
I mean, is it worth interrogating these things? Well, I mean, assuming they're intelligent, and what if they can do it? I don't know. What if it can turn into a mist or something? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
That is a typical ability.
Vampire thing, right?
Yep. And you did see mist shaped figure in that photograph.
So you gotta put him in a. How long is he gonna be out? I wonder. Get him to.
You can figure probably about an hour.
Put him in a box.
Yeah, with how bad or how badly Solitaire's spell put her out, you can also kind of keep this guy unconscious as long as you want with regular applications of your mental blast or mind blast.
I have not done this to, if we're saying Quantum, if I understand you correctly, this might be some kind of vampire. I've not tried this on a non-human living creature, but I could try and control its mind, if such a thing is possible.
It did appear to have a mind.
Yes. I do will. I guess I'm still in my jaguar form. I will sniff around and see if I can track that woman, or that scent of the woman that I found before. I still would like to find the agent, Grant.
Yeah, and if you sniff around, there is a trail that leads off in one direction. And oddly enough, because, you know, Quantum, you mentioned earlier you're studying the Ubon, like, train stations and such. It seems as if, like, the trail looks like it's going directly to the nearest Ubon station.
Oh, okay. That's perplexing.
Yeah.
Seems a strange way to drag an unwilling person.
From what you guys have said,
Ubon.
No, I assume she escaped. She's not unwilling. She ran, tried to get lost in the crowd.
Right. We would be good to find her. But
you have established your fake ID as like an Interpol liaison Jaguar and as a what do you call it? A mortician, or not mortician, a coroner. Quantum. You could play on that with the police if you like. I mean, probably you would want to be as Santiago, not as Jaguar, but...
Yeah. What happens to the body of the guy that I thought I eviscerated, but kind of just...
You take a look at it. Yeah.
Do I have a special power to learn German as well?
You do not. Although, you could...
This is pre-Duolingo, so...
Yeah, I mean, you could find someone who would be able to... liaise with that. I think it's reasonable there'd be somebody among Germans. That was largely for comedic purposes, more so than a comment on the multilingual reality of a lot of Europeans. Okay. I think I'm the only unilingual one among all of us, for that matter. I think all you guys speak at least one other language too, so I'm the ignorant North American. So here's the curious thing. So what I was checking. Yeah, like if you look back at the other body, it's just laying there, Jaguar, but it smells like a cadaver. Like it smells like it's a body that has been. Quantum, this could have been, you know, if he was naked and on a metal table, you may have come across him in med school. There's no leaking liquids. But I mean...
Yeah, this is very...
I wasn't allowed much reading in my early years, except for very specific, unspeakable texts. But do we have to stake these to make sure they
don't come back?
Don't come back, or are they going to pop up any moment now? And
I don't know. Maybe we can until have like a cleanup or a facility And we can like have them secure these.
You could absolutely do that. Yep.
Yeah, we should do that, and and just tell them what we think we're up against, and we need like a airtight box. They don't breathe anyway, so.
They are, well, you can tell, like, Unlimited, Until does have access to a lot of stuff, but Excalibur finds itself in right now, there is also a limitation on the people, right? So their human resources, the reason you guys are flown out here to deal with this is likely because they're limited in some of their other scope. So you could definitely get this transferred over, but Excalibur has been interfacing with the Polizei to keep them on the corner. If Excalibur has that level of contact with the Berlin police, you probably don't want to use them to get this body out of here, or bodies, right?
Yeah.
Assuming you don't want Excalibur to know. If you guys are okay with Excalibur knowing, that's fine, but the Field Marshal seems skeptical, or just not skeptical, that's not the right word, suspicious.
Well, we could take them ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Quantum can fly, and I can...
Quantum can fly, and you've got, I think your strength is a 30, right?
I got a super leap, so I can
throw
right over my shoulder. And...
Your strength is... Can you go to your core?
Core...
30.
Strength is 30, yeah.
Yeah, so 30 is like, I think it's like 1 ton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like 30 is superhuman strength. So yeah, you're easily able to hoist one of these, both these fellas up. And Solitaire's got telekinesis at, I think, 33.
Oh, that too, yeah.
So she could use Widget to carry this thing along with her magics.
Yeah.
So what do you guys wish to do?
We'll just take them. We'll try to get out of here without being noticed. And I don't know. We got to tell them that we're leaving, right? Or it doesn't matter. Will they?
The blood trail still goes, like, you could follow that. It's in the direction of the U-Bahn station, but so you could follow that. You also could, you can ask around. You could try and get the police to do that for you. Oh, David, we got you back.
I think so.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, well, if she's got a blood trail, and these things could probably sniff blood as well as I can, I think that she's a more imminent mean. I don't mind working. I know our boss is a little skeptical, but it seems like the agents of Excalibur were onto something, and they just got caught unawares. So I don't know if it's by a powerful foe. So I don't know. We could contact them and have them secure these things, or secure them ourselves, but then lose a trail. I guess those are the options. Potentially lose a trail, or someone will get there before we do.
Well, let's boogie then.
What to where? There's like a Jaguar suggested a couple of options there.
Yeah, I think.
I'm fairly certain the Excalibur already know what they're dealing with to an extent. 2 of their agents had garlic flowers on them. I don't think they'll be surprised by a couple of dead, undead vampires turning up here. So I'm happy for us to...
There was also that marking over the door.
Yeah.
So
once we find a briefcase, that we might not share with them right away, as per Marshal Eckhart's.
Oh yeah, we need to know. This guy might know where the briefcase is. That's an issue too, right? I mean, how fast can you? Maybe we don't need. We don't need to take the corpse, I guess, or the corpse. However that works out. But maybe the one that's just stunned. One of us can take him to a holding facility, so we can talk to you later, and we follow, and then we'll follow the trail, or I'll follow the trail. You guys catch up, or one drops it off. Quantum, you're probably the fastest, honestly. Right? You got flight, so you could meet up with us very quickly.
Okay, so as you say, Solitaire, if Excalibur know about this, then do we need to pump them more and use this prisoner to, perhaps with Excalibur's help, to extract something for it? And Jaguar could try and see if can follow the Emily Grant. But if she's got on an U-Bahn, then she's going to be, if she's on the subway, then it's going to be hard to follow.
We'll lose her.
You'll lose her at the platform.
Well, we have a picture of her,
maybe
right?
she hasn't. Maybe she hasn't gone.
What do you think it means that these two fellows only came down that tunnel when you did?
They didn't know about it until we were, I don't know.
Or decided to eliminate us as well because they realized we were onto something.
Yeah.
I mentioned before, like a 280-pound man fitting through that hole. That would have been difficult to do, right?
Mm.
Unless, of course, you could turn into something smaller or insubstantial.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with the bodies, guys? Well, I mean, one body, one comatose thug.
Mm-hmm.
Between your... Oh. What was the cover that you came in under, Quantum?
Exchange coroner.
What do coroners regularly transport from the scenes of crimes?
Oh yes, yeah. We take the bodies down the morgue.
Yeah, you could.
So if you go back and request, body bags, bring them in, bag these guys up, and walk them out, I honestly don't think you're going to have any difficulty.
Yep.
With what you've established.
Okay.
Let's do that. I think that's... And then if we get a message to Excalibur, I think we want to have words.
You can always check in with, subject to technology, you can always check in with Field Marshal Eckhart.
Yeah, give him a report and let him know that you want to try to find this agent.
So I think we'll leave things then with you guys transporting the bodies away from the scene and going to make contact with Eckhart again. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yep.
Then that is it, guys. We're unfortunately out of time, but we have concluded a first session here of Champions Dracula Dossier. As is always the case for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the adventure we're playing, I will say the adventure we're playing is drawn from the EDOM files, one of the source books for the Dracula Dossier. So if you are intending on playing that, following this venture past this point will probably contain some spoilers. Nothing that we've done in this session contains anything that would spoil the overall. This is everything you would learn in the first little bit of the adventure. There's also a if you want have any comments, questions, or concerns, put them in the comment down below. You can also find a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign, not to this campaign. We have the Champions campaign, Champions channel, as well as most of our other ongoing campaigns. You are free to join us over there. There's a lot of knowledgeable, helpful, and friendly folks over there. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. And Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only is there an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they don't have something in stock that you're looking for, you can put it on a want list, and when it comes in, they'll send you an email. We don't have a current discount code right now because I was on vacation and forgot to request a new one, but if you come back in the near future, we'll have what the current discount code is listed in the description of all of those videos. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our super agents who jumped in without warning to 1963 Berlin and took on the role of some superhero or super-powered espionage agents. So James, Carl, and David, thank you so much for playing today. This was a pleasure to introduce some of you for the first time to Champions, and some of you to a old friend. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, but until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our super spies are uncovering, as they're simply trying to figure out how their British counterparts managed to... How is it said amongst your people, James? Cock it up? Is that... Then, until then, for those listening at home, thanks again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.